Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? On the late check-in, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, man. Oh man. Last night I went live. And when I went live, y'all just give me a sec. I'm just sharing this so I can get some people in here. Cause this shit is funny to me. There's a lot of things going on out here. It's going on right in front of people's faces. And I don't like the fact when people are online and they doing it on purpose and they acting like everything is a joke. Y'all get what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna give y'all a perfect example. Excuse me, y'all. Just finished eating breakfast. I'm just sharing this. Give me a second, guys. I'm just sharing this. Make sure we get some people in here. But I'm gonna talk as I'm doing this. I listened to somebody last night go from a tough guy to all of a sudden talking about they broke their ankle. You broke your ankle now? You broke your ankle now. That's funny. Now you done hurt your ankle. Now it's back to the same old formula that it usually is. I'm a victim. I'm a victim every day. I don't understand how motherfucker. It's just the like. It's just the thing. Like, cause listen, if that's the thing, listen, I'm fucked up, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. You know what I mean? I got depression. I'm about to call it quits. I'm about to slit my motherfucking wrist up here. I need some help, man. Is that what it take to give motherfucking people of color to fucking support you? Cause that shit is funny to me. Like this nigga, night after night after night after night, his life is filled with drama. It's always some drama narrative. It's always some feel sorry for me type shit or whatever. Night after night after night after night after night after night after night. Ain't nobody else peeped this. Ain't nobody else peeped this. Every night he drives and lives on the empathy of his crowd. And it's not just him, it's many other blood sucking vampire motherfuckers that y'all worship. Y'all be believing these niggas. Like, I'm just like, yo, where is the sensibility in people anymore? Like, they really be believing these niggas because these niggas talk real cute and shit. This nigga literally came on. Listen, when he first said it, I said, this nigga capping. It came on like, yeah, and guys, guess what? You know, he talking that little bitch voice he got. And guys, guess what? And I, oh my God, I've hurt my ankle, and I need you all to feel sorry for me. And please, just tell me what I should do because I'm 30 something plus years old and I don't know. And I've never broken my ankle before because, I'm like, yo, how do people listen to shit like this every night? Like, how do niggas sit back and listen to a grown ass man? This is a grown ass man. This nigga's in his 30s. This is not a nigga that's 19, 20 years old. You understand what I'm saying? This is a nigga in his 30s. And I keep emphasizing that fact because this is a fact. This is an old nigga. That's why the nigga rocking a baldy. That's why the nigga let that cul-de-sac grow out. Listen, I ain't got the cul-de-sac. That nigga got the shit. Like, he got the shit to go around the shit. They look like the George Jefferson shit. I ain't got no shit like that going on, my nigga. I had long ass fucking hair. Everybody remembers. I think I even shared a picture of me where where I first started growing it. But my hair was so long at one point I used to wear it in a ponytail. This nigga went back to the hotel last night, told about, oh, I think I hurt my ankle, and then I had to go up. By yelling out, but still yelling out on his motherfucking shit. Untouched. I'm still untouched. Yeah, I bet the police proud of you. I bet you the LA police proud of you. Good job, sir. Good job. Don't nobody touch that nigga. Trust me. Don't nobody touch that nigga. This is a man that thinks he's a woman. Don't nobody touch that nigga. He ain't gonna find out he's not a black woman until a judicial system, a cop, or another man let him alert of that. You are not a woman, sir. Yet still, this nigga got all the tenants and tries to portray his lifestyle as a woman on a daily basis. This nigga literally in the same sentence is talking about, I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to fight. And then all of a sudden you break your ankle? Nah, my nigga, you pussy. Let the record show. Let the court, Like the stenographer, like everybody motherfucking realize this nigga is pussy. And them fucking, I don't know if you even call them followers, them dweebs he got over there, subscribers, they sitting over there believing this shit because there's a whole bunch of old fogies. And that nigga ain't, listen, tell that nigga take a snapshot of his demographic. He can go right easily to YouTube Studio, or because there's a couple niggas over here to support that goofy ass nigga. Go over there and ask that nigga to show in YouTube Studio what his demographic is, and I guarantee you he in that third tier with them old niggas. Because niggas our age and under is sitting there like, yo, this nigga a crybaby, my nigga. I ain't never heard a nigga cry like this. Like, you can't be a crybaby and live with your uncle, my nigga. You just a whole fucking loser then. And that's why I said I don't understand this new. Something happened like 5 years ago where all these otherwise nerd motherfuckers all got together and they said, we gonna ride. We gonna ride one last time. All the nerds got together. They did, I swear to God to you. All the nerds, they got together and they said, we gonna ride. And now you got these goofy ass, otherwise nerdy personalities anywhere 3, 4, 5 years back. All of a sudden acting like they honchos, like they gonna do the business, like they the toughest niggas out. This nigga literally said, and I heard it with my own 2 ears, yo, we can meet up, and then when you go out, all of a sudden when you come back, you done hurt your ankle. Nah, nigga, you heard quite clear what I said, and you're trying the empathy clause again. See, oh, nobody want the rap sheet for beating up a dude that's fucking ankle was fucked up. He know that. That's why he ran shit like that. Punk. Sucker. Yo, Denat, if you listening, man, listen, man. I know I don't know you and shit like that or whatever, but trust me, man. Don't touch this nigga, man. This nigga do not want no smoke. Trust me when I tell you this. That's why he went and told his subscribers last night that he hurt his foot and that he's fucking in pain. And please feel empathy for me. What can I do, guys? A 33, 34, 35-year-old man, whatever three you are, sitting back talking about he don't know what to do with his ankle. Nigga, I know you can't hold down no crib then. Nigga came in my chat talking about he held down the apartment for 13 years. He came into my chat last night when I was doing my one joint on him. I put that shit on private because I'm every bit of that shit. And the person intended to hear from, sometimes anything ain't for the crowd. I don't need to stunt with y'all. I'm proving. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever get me confused. I don't have to stunt for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I know there's many of y'all in here that are just airheaded and don't like me for blind reasons. I know there's a few in y'all in here that's stealing my material, stealing my style. And I want to say this too to the night and day niggas. Yo, nigga, stop stealing from niggas, my nigga. Like, you still, I put something in my community section. Like, all these niggas that beef with me and don't like me and shit like that or whatever, or tell people don't like me, or got jokes to say, and neither one of them are accomplished as me in comparison. I always find it funny that they always grabbing shit from me, but I'm never grabbing anything from them. Like, for example, the other day I did something with my, I ain't gonna say what it was, but I did something with my YouTube shit. And I did it on purpose. Hey, what's going on, Eleanor? I did something with my YouTube because I wanted to try something out or whatever the case may be, right? Let me tell you what happened after that. JAGUARWRIGHT goes and does the same thing. 4 days ago, both of us. She had never done it before, but she saw me do it. And now she want to do it. These niggas over at 9 Day, they had never inserted clips in there. Ever since y'all been rocking with me, y'all know I insert them clips in there. They funny, da da da. They started adapting that shit and started presenting it to their audience like it was an original idea. No, nigga, you got that from watching my shit. And if you don't believe me, I applaud you to go and just look at their older material. You'll see, yeah, they had the cartoons and shit like that, but the clips, nigga, y'all wasn't doing that before. Y'all got that from me. This nigga AT2. Not only does he take some of the tenets from my videos and tries to present them to his public, but the problem is, like, I listened to this nigga try to explain Black history last night. It was horrible. First of all, goofy. The name of the oldest living human specimen that has been found in the world. I want to clear this up because I want to show you how, I want y'all to go over there and check how he said it and how it should have been said, was Lucy. Lucy was found in I believe it was East Africa, if I'm correct. And she was the oldest living fossil that they have found. Doesn't mean that she's the oldest, but it means so far which they have found. carbon dating suggests that she is over, I believe they said 1,000,000+ years old. And based on the region that she was from, yes, she would be African. This nigga couldn't even explain. This is why I said I can peep this nigga. He's one of those motherfuckers that tries to pretend like he's intelligent, but he actually ain't intelligent. You understand when niggas are intelligent when they're able to articulate things. He was like, and then it was like kind of like, he can't even slow down to articulate himself. So this is like one of these niggas that pretends to be articulated, pretends to be intelligent or whatever. I peep these niggas all the time, bro. Cause see, a truly pioneering, intelligent motherfucker, especially if you're in the music business, your whole thing is originality. That's why I keep telling y'all, Jaguar Wright herself knows she done lost it. Your soul is not in the music anymore. You understand what I'm saying? His soul, and if what really happened to him and he really fucked up his ankle, let's say that. Well, maybe it's what you deserve. If it did happen, maybe that's what you deserve. You're a nasty man. I can't even call you a man. You're a nasty little boy to me. AT2 is a despicable motherfucker. And it's sad that a lot of motherfuckers don't pick it up, they don't see it, and they go over there and they listen to this empathy train that this motherfucker plays on everybody day after day after day after day after day. He leans on your empathy, and he learned this from Jaguar Wright. I'm trying to tell you. Go back and watch his old videos. I noticed that. He learned when he came into contact with Jaguar, that's why he started applying the same type of measurement. Now you ducking the fade with the knot. You pussy. And he'll go in. I don't understand what he said because you a simple-minded motherfucker. That's why. You a simple. This like the first. Like if a lot of people don't understand why I don't like this dude. I don't like this dude because I think he's a chump. And I'm gonna tell you how it went down. See, I'm honest with my shit. The reason I don't like AT2, and I'm not using StreamYard right now. Fuck that StreamYard shit. And we're gonna talk about some other things too, so don't worry about it. We're not just talking about him. So make sure y'all stay here. If somebody write my Cash App in the chat room or whatever, can y'all do that for me like y'all do for AT2? What's wrong? I ain't here crying. It's like y'all respect only feminine acting men. Y'all don't even respect men anymore. And that's disturbing when so many women of color are running around talking about they looking for a man. But when you get a masculine man in your presence, you don't like that. I have noticed that, not only online, but in society. If you are more like, how can you say it, docile type motherfucker, they like you. But if you like, I live in the New York City tri-state. We passive aggressive of the motherfucker over here, dead ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? And we mean everything we say most of the time. So it's like that's my personality. I'm not gonna acquiesce my personality to fit into this bubble of this fake shit where people act fake nice. They say fake nice shit. They don't really fucking mean. I even get a bitch this. One thing she said, and I'm glad she finally fucked it up, but that's the Taurus in her. You understand what I'm saying? That's why I understand. I'm a Taurus. That's why I understand some of the Taurus in Jaguar, right? She just using it wrong. But one thing I peeped about the bitch is the bitch said amongst all the bullshit she be saying, sometimes she say some stuff that's on point. She said, "Yo, bitches to be calling each other sis. They be the first ones to turn on you. Watch them bitches that call you sis." And I heard my sisters and them say that shit before, and I believe that shit. And then I seen it later on was two girls. They were friends, and I was dating one of the friends, and I saw it literally happen right in front of my face. One of the friends tried to fuck me, like literally. I don't know if she was trying to test me or really trying to give me some vajay. I don't know, but let me say it came off that way. You know what I'm saying? And my shorty at the time, she was literally in the next room and heard everything, saw everything, or whatever. She commenced the whooping on her ass. Puerto Rican shit, you know what I mean? There was some real Puerto Rican shit because the whole argument was in Spanish. She's like, que la mierda esta puta sucia, tú sabes, esta mi bicho, esta mi mano ahí, tú sabes, esta no es tuyo. Móvete pero la casa, ahora. That shit was wild. But anyway, long story short, my nigga, that cis shit, y'all girls better watch that shit. I know a lot of y'all put yourself in petition with the sisterhood, and that's how y'all make y'all decisions now. Like I noticed something like I peeped a couple females bloggers that literally grab information from me literally regurgitate things I've said on my podcast and pretend like they know. You know what I'm saying? And you foul for that because you taking donations along with that on my words. Ain't that crazy? That's how these bitches get down now. You know what I'm saying? You lucky I ain't one of them niggas to be flagging people's channels and shit like that, because I can prove, and that's the biggest part. I can prove this shit. Like I literally take every time one of these bitches regurgitate one of my words. What I do is I screen record that shit or whatever, and I find the clip of where I said it, and I make sure I'm inclusive of the date, and I make sure I'm inclusive of their date, just to match it up, so you know I said it before. And so when you hear these motherfuckers, even if they try to switch it up, even if they try to change it up or whatever, and I can name like 9 or 10 motherfucking YouTubers that do this. These niggas envy me. They hate me, but they envy me at the same time. You emulate me, nigga. If you emulate me, you emulate any of my moves, you emulate any of my words, or whatever the case may be. It's just like in society, because if many of y'all don't know, let me tell y'all something, right? If y'all don't know it, and then we'll get back to Porkchop in a minute, but this is really deep on my mind, and I've said this before. I heard these niggas night and day talk about, yeah, you know, it's like the black people ain't on your side, and blah, 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 blah. But when I said that shit 2 weeks ago, niggas was angry at me. But they could say it, and these are niggas that formerly supported the bullshit. But y'all allowed them to come back. It's like in black culture, you can do anything. You can murder a motherfucker. Them niggas will make up an excuse for you. But if you say some real honest shit, or you there and literally participate, then they look at you as competition. You get what I'm saying? And you competition that needs to be eliminated. This is the same way they looked at Malcolm X. Same way they looked at, I'm talking about not white people, the people in this community. Remember, black people killed Malcolm X on behalf of the government. Y'all forgot? Oh, y'all don't remember. That's right. Y'all grew up in a household with a 13-year-old single mother and auntie raised you. And now you come around here trying to act like you're men. You think AT2's a man? That's not a man, that's a punk. That's a punk. A jealous punk at that. Nigga, you ain't break your leg. You ain't hurt your leg. Come out of hiding, homie. Quit taunting niggas on the internet talking about, yo, I'm out here. Nigga, you really ain't. Just like dude said, you ain't about that life, homie. You ain't never really been in nothing real. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm going to give you a word of advice. First of all, you lied to say you were Oakland nigga. You not no Oakland nigga. You a Bay nigga. You understand what I'm saying? By your accent. Them niggas in Oakland be trying to pretend like they suburban. A lot of them niggas will let you know it's an Oakland accent. That's like, Oakland niggas will be gangster and at the same time be educated. You understand what I'm saying? That's the best way I can explain it. And this nigga actually really, my sister lives out by this nigga. I've been knowing this nigga. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I've been knowing that. And I got precise location where he at. By a local. It was like, yo, I seen that nigga over here before. That nigga's corny. They even said you was corny. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. And I would never dox him or put his shit out. None. That's sucker shit. Nah, that's reserved. You know what I mean? Privileged information, if you want to say. I ain't worried about that. That's small shit. But don't nobody touch him. Don't y'all touch him. Leave him alone. Don't touch him. And then you got it. That nigga got a plan up his hands. He trying to play victim already so he can go back when the police come and be like, see? And they attacked me when my leg's been hurt since Thursday. And they attacked me, officer. And I've got a cat. He one of them type of niggas. You know what I'm saying? This dude is a punk. Trust me when I tell you that. And sooner or later, his punk shit gonna catch up with him. Somebody gonna really whoop him. He's talking about, yeah, I just want to get 2 hits on Denat. You ain't going to... Nigga, I put all my money on Denat. Denat going to swell you up. On my mama, I put all my money on Denat. He going to swell you up. Don't nothing about you say boxing or ring, nigga. You out of shape. You fat. You got a swole neck. You can't move very well, evidently, because, look, you slipped and broke your motherfucking ankle, nigga. That means your legs are weak. Yo, Denat, you go for that nigga leg. That nigga legs was weak. Let him heal up first. But you know his legs are weak. Fat niggas like that, they always got weak legs. If you ever get in a fight with a fat nigga, always go for their legs. Trust me on this. You ain't gonna necessarily beat them hands forward unless you know what I mean, you snuff them real good and you know where to hit at. But go for them niggas' legs, trust me. Them niggas' legs is always weak because they holding all that fat all day long. And they moving on that. Their knees and everything always fucking weak most of the time. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing I found out. And then the other thing that's weak on them is their fucking elbows and their wrists. I don't know, for some reason, fat niggas, their elbows and their wrists are always weak as fuck. Like I found that out a million fucking times. Yo, sweep that nigga leg. I'm trying to tell you, hit that nigga leg. That nigga gonna fall like a brick. Like, trust me on that. What up, Jedi? Jedi, can you do me a favor and write my cash app in here, man? Because we're gonna talk more about Porkchop. I just want to talk about some of these fake ass, phony ass fucking vloggers that be out here that be regurgitating niggas like myself words, but don't be doing the same actions as me, don't be in the same places as me, don't be in the same compliments as me, don't do the same type of material I do. None of that shit. My cash app is $STRINGERBELL80. Again, that's $STRINGERBELL80. I listened to a bitch the other night. It said she was cool with me. Thank you, family. I listened to a bitch the other night, said she was cool with me, right? I listened to a bitch that said she was cool with me, literally, and I point this out to y'all. Y'all listen to me. This chick literally motherfucking regurgitated my words and was taking cash apps. I was like, where my cut? You don't peep the game? I'm like, where my cut though? You understand what I'm saying? Like shit crazy out here, bro. I'm trying to tell you, shit real crazy out here. Shit real funny. Like, how is it that you can go? I just don't understand. Like, somebody help me understand. How is it that you can go, right? And you can, like, literally, how can I say it? You can literally pretend like you somebody else and pretend like you their personality, even when niggas ain't heard the person that you emulating's personality. Like, that shit is weird to me. And so this woman, she sat there and she literally was taking donations for a good, I'm gonna say like an hour and a half. I feel like she owed me some bread. Like, I really want to kind of like rob the bitch. The floating bloated sauce squishy weirdo is like, how does AT2 list that he got hurt on the way home, but yesterday he got hurt outside? How did he even get hurt? I'm lost here. I'm trying to tell y'all the niggas lying to y'all, man. I keep trying to tell them, I'm like, yo, this guy is lying to his crowd. And it's like, it's so evident that he's lying, but nobody want to take it serious like he's lying, because he has these little empathy ploys that he does. You understand? I keep trying to tell y'all that a million times. I keep saying, yo, he does this little empathy thing where he gets online, he pretends like he's a victim. Everybody plays into the victim shit. And now, like, you should have saw these niggas in there yesterday. Yesterday, these niggas was in there and this shit, and they was just crying with them and the blah blah blah. You get better soon, Porkchop, and all that shit or whatever. I'm like, man, fuck that nigga. You feel me? Like, fuck that nigga. What the fuck we feel sorry for this nigga for? You know what I'm saying? That's my cash app right there, pinned in the pinned comment, y'all. Y'all make sure y'all support that $STRINGERBELL80. I literally got niggas out here. It's right under the Jedi's post right there. If you see him in the chat room, shout out to the Jedi. I appreciate you. You literally got people out here that's online right now on YouTube. Thank you, Shady. I appreciate the $2 cash app. Bless. You literally got people that's out here online nowadays pretending to be rough, tough. Niggas pretending that they the hugest vloggers out. Niggas pretending that they ready to get it in. Niggas pretending all kinds of shit. They better than other people, yet alone they ain't never had the same experience. Like, it's just so weird to me to hear all these weirdo ass niggas, especially the ones that sit around and they promote bullshit. That's the ones that's the worst. See, AT2 sat around for a long time promoting Jaguar rights bullshit, but at the same time, nigga had the audacity yesterday to say, do I believe Jaguar does cocaine sometimes? Sure I do. How the fuck you know, nigga? And if you did know that, why you hide that from the motherfucking public for so long? You see what I mean? This nigga foul, bro. Trust me when I tell you, this nigga foul, bro. I'm gonna tell you somebody else is foul real quick. TJ, I think you foul as fuck too. I got to really say that. Like, yeah, okay, old broad came at you a couple times or whatever. But the way you trying to go about it and the way you trying to expose her and she exposing you. Y'all need to just leave that alone. Especially you twos ain't even in a relationship no more. And you online talking to vloggers, like I ain't really with that, man. I ain't really with that at all. Like, if you was part of the bullshit, if you was part of the bullshit, right? And then you turn around and the person you was part of the bullshit with fuck you over, and now because the person fucked you over, now you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Now you want everybody to feel what you feel and how you feel duped over. And I watched like 3 or 4 vloggers do this. They used to fuck with Jaguar Right. Like the niggas all of a sudden they victims. And I'm like, how you a victim, son? How you a victim? Like that's how we think up here. How you a victim? I don't know about like where y'all at, but up here that's what we think. We would be like, yo, how you a victim? Y'all ain't never noticed that? And then niggas will have all out campaigns in their chat rooms and their supporters to support these people because they now turn turncoat. I don't understand that either. I'm like, okay, so now we supposed to celebrate this person because they now decided the person they've been supporting that y'all said been talking bullshit for years now or months now, whatever the case may be, because they said that they now redact their support. Now we should feel sorry for them. Now we should upgrade our motherfuckers. Like night they still are utilizing the fact that they're not with motherfucking Jaguar Right anymore and they're making money off of it. They're still utilizing the fact of that. Like for example, if you don't get me, they're now utilizing the fact that we don't fuck with Jaguar Right anymore as a parenthesis to like basically garner money. So that's one thing you could say about me. Say what you want to about me and the bad boy shit and all that or whatever. Say what you want to or whatever. This still won't change the fact that I am who I am. You understand what I'm saying? It still won't change the fact that I've had the history that I had the history of. It still won't change the fact that the people that I know that are bigger than the people Jaguar Right know. Jaguar Right no produce. Put me on record for saying this. Jaguar Right no producers and artists. I know niggas that were sitting in the seats and still know them. The niggas that were passing out checks, those are the niggas I know. The niggas that will sign you, those are the niggas I know. And you know why I know those niggas? I know those niggas because I was an aspiring artist. Still am an artist. But I'm an artist that is recorded at some of the best recording studios New York City has to fucking offer, and the stars that you listen to record into to this day. The last studio I was in, fucking Taylor Swift records there, man. And that's the fucking guys on this troop. They got video of Taylor coming out of the same studio as me. I posted up clips with the last person that used to record me, just him alone. Shout out to Steve, man. Fabulous. Justin Bieber, fucking Busta Rhymes, fucking Wyclef, like Shakira. This is the people this nigga is recording. This was producers. This is the lane of producers I was in who were bigger than the producers that Jaguar Right was fucking with. These niggas are responsible for hits, for Bad Boy and others. I know a third. Well, I ain't even gonna say a third. I can go as far as say a fourth of the hitmen. Some of them I don't know. But what up, Conrad? What up, Doe Fat? Yeah, niggas on here lying, making up stories and all that shit. And this and the culture is going over there and supporting these niggas. Oh, he the truth. How is he the truth? Because anybody with blunt, that's why I said I don't know where fucking niggas' intelligence truly is. People are on here rallying talking about they intelligent, but you getting fooled in a 3-car molly by a suck ass nigga. Pay attention to the niggas' lives. Every time the nigga comes on live, he is a victim. I'm talking about AT2. Don't you see the pattern? Every time he come on live, is some feel. I issue a challenge to that sucker nigga. I want you to do one live, Playboy, where you don't play victim. Where you don't say, oh my God, people are trying to get over on me and blah, blah, blah. I want you to do this one fucking live where that ain't involved. This one live where that ain't involved. Because it seemed like to me, you using this whole empathy thing, bro, to your advantage, and I ain't peeping it. I ain't feeling that shit. All of a sudden, you was talking tough, and then or when you go home, the story gonna be, well, if I wouldn't have hurt my leg, I would have fought the knot. No, you wouldn't have, pussy nigga. That's why you invented the story. Bitch ass nigga. You's a bitch nigga. Nigga, we wouldn't have gave a fuck if your leg was broke or not. Nigga, we broke the other one. The fuck? Yo, Bronx, where y'all at? Yo, Harlem, where y'all? Fuck your leg, nigga. Fuck your life. Like, for real. Yo, for real. Yo, son, get this. Yo, get. You got that rap? Shit going on. Fuck that nigga. Pack this nigga up for real. Rap him, have him ready to motherfucking deliver. You understand? This ain't a pussy, bro. So, y'all believe that story if y'all want to. The homie hurt his leg and he's all held up now. But it's more of these vloggers that do this type of shit where they act out because of your empathy. And your empathy, especially the women. I'm talking specifically to the women. Because there's women on here that come on here. I don't like the fact you say bitch. But they'll go on a woman's podcast where a woman says bitch multiple times. Makes no sense to me. You want me to say that for you again? I've had women come on here and they'll say, oh, I don't like the fact that he says bitch, which really is a control fucking measure to me as far as I'm concerned. Because if you do that, if you have one set of rules when women say the word bitch, but got another set of rules when men say the word bitch, 9 times out of 10, you're a misandrist and a control freak to me. That means that you want to control me and you feel deeply in your heart, even though you are completely fucking wrong, even though nowhere in society that's what you think hold weight, but you think this in your mind, that you are somehow or another adaptly, socially bigger than me. Or that is at least the motherfucking what's the name that you want to put out, that in society, somehow or another, your worth is worth more than me. So the way you exhibit that is by being counter to me, trying to be controlling of me, telling me what I can and can't say, real Gestapo SS type shit. You understand what I'm saying? And like I said before, and I say it again on here, and if you leave, you leave. I don't give a fuck. You're not donating to me. I take you out of real fucking places. I was like, I took these niggas inside Trump Tower just recently. Because they was like, you won't be up at Trump Tower. I had niggas really literally writing that in my shit. You won't be up at Trump Tower. Mind you, I was going up to Trump Tower when Trump was still in fucking office on his second year. That's how long I've been going there doing that shit. All the people up there know me. That's why I be saying proudly that don't do what I try to do. It's not gonna work out for you. You understand what I'm saying? They're gonna move you the fuck about out of there quickly. You know what I'm saying? I even got on camera where they did it to another bitch. They made that bitch leave. It was like, yo, you need to leave, while I still sat there and did my live. You understand what I'm saying? When I got introduced to Trump Tower, I got introduced by an NSA agent who was the head of Trump security, which happened to be a black man. You understand what I'm saying? And because of a conversation that we forged up or whatever, I won't say he encouraged me, but he definitely didn't derail me or try to make it so, let me put the right words in it, make it so I couldn't. Does that make sense? So I've been adamant about that. I took niggas into Trump Tower. I sat up there in front of Trump Tower, in front of cops, and took up for a black woman. They would have never did that for me. You think some black American woman would have went in front of Trump Tower and talked the way I talked the other day? Of course not. You think some Latino woman would have walked up in front of Trump Tower and talked on my behalf like that? Of course not. I was up there when a black woman did come up there. You know what she did? She poured paint over the Black Lives Matter sign that was in front of Trump Tower. That's what she did. Then she went to Brooklyn and did it too. This is the truth. This is on national headlines. I cover the same shit that a lot of big outlets know. I'm known amongst a couple of other people, whatever. And niggas don't like that. Oh, he think he better than us. That's how I go, right? He think he better than us. Yes, nigga, I do. Because I put in more work than you. You understand? And for that, you will not get rewarded. Who they will go reward is the nigga that's the underdog to them, who they think is telling the truth. I done seen JAGUARWRIGHT get over 14, 15 different start overs, including one start over that garnered her $3,000 in the hit. You understand what I'm saying? You think Miss Pam would give me $3,000? Like, I ain't even talking shit on Miss Pam, but I'm just saying, do you think Miss Pam would give me $3,000? Of fucking course not. Because the mentality of most Black American women and Latin American women is they're the prize and they're not gonna help you out. Well, why would I want to fucking take you for a wife? Bitch, if you acting like that right now, we in our young years, what the fuck is it gonna end up if I got with you and I'm fucking 70, 80 years old and I'm dependent on you because I'm immobile, because I'm fucking fucked up and I just got out of the hospital? That's how you gotta think of that shit, fellas. So if it's a bitch like, I'm not calling her a bitch, but I'm just talking about in general. If it's a bitch like that, I don't give a fuck. I don't give. I'm so past that, you know. So it's like Jaguar Wright got 14 plus chances in the past 4 years, still ain't produced an apartment, still ain't produced the album, still ain't produced this, still ain't produced that. The crowdfund, this the crowdfund, that the crowdfund, this. And that was 20 people. I need y'all to donate $25. And the men, because so many of them have been raised by these same women, 72% of them, you might as well just call him a black woman too. You know what I'm saying? You might as well call him a black woman or a Latin woman too, because there's so many of these black and Latin dudes have been raised by women that that's how they act. They just like they're feminine. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it is, and that's why a lot of men, and if you ask them, they'll tell you, they say, "Yo, I feel like I'm alone. I'm alone, and whatever my plight is, whatever my fight is, I'm alone." The only people that don't find themselves alone, and it seems like, and I'm not talking against them, I'm just talking in general, is the LBGT community and females. And specifically black and Latin females. They love the LBGT community more so to use them, and in my opinion, to mock them over there in that crowd. Every person that Jaguar Wright went to initially to do an interview with was part of the LBGT community. I can guarantee you that. Every last one of them, including Porkchop. Every last one of them. You want me to say it again? Every last one of them. Factory. And so it's if you guys start seeing your Cash Apps or your PayPals or whatever go down, just keep in mind the reason that's going down because there's contingency of motherfuckers that are in this woke mentality. You understand what I'm saying? And the woke mentality is totally against masculinity. This is why a motherfucker like AT2 hops on every night and he's got some sorrow story, some trauma story, some drama story. Whoa, feel bad for me, aka crybaby story. And motherfucking women dupe that shit up. But had he been a masculine man and he came with the same stories, if he came with the same shit, and on top of that, you were living in your uncle's basement, he would not get that float. He would not get that pass. And the funny thing is, this bitches is listening to me right now that know everything that I'm saying for a fact is the truth. And they will not like this post. They will not donate to me or nothing else. And I call it the hypocrisy in you ladies. Because you stand for it, all in effect to gain some type of leadway in society by going against anything that's masculinity. Why? Because white supremacy is against. And I'm going to use this broadly, all across the world internationally. Doesn't matter if you're Cuban, doesn't matter if you're Black American, doesn't matter if you're French, doesn't matter if you're German. They are against black male masculinity. And now the bitches, once again, have joined the same plight along with massa. And y'all don't have to believe that shit or whatever. I can prove it. There is no fucking way in hell that a motherfucker that sits in their bedroom and does lives and doesn't do anything but cry every fucking day, connect more with the people than a motherfucker that went up in front of Trump Tower and talked about a black woman that was assaulted by a foreign asylum seeker that was sleeping under a bench, and she's an MTA worker who represents the city. She has a union behind her. And there was some black men up there that whooped the ass of this motherfucker that touched her, and they barely get mentioned. If people don't know this black woman that was in the subway system. She works for MTA. That's a Metric Transit Authority. And what they do is they oversee like the bus stations and everything like that. And I don't know if she was a cleaner or what she was, but there'll be people inside the subways or whatever. They'll use it as a refuge and sleep there because it's cold upstairs. And I don't blame them. I'm not mad at them or whatever. What I am bad about is when you're a asylum seeker, which this guy was, and you feel the need because in your country of origin, you treat Africans like that. And what he did was in his mind, he looked at her as the same way how they treat Africans in his country. Or if you didn't know, the Ethiopian people in Israel get beaten, get tortured, murdered, and every fucking thing else. Same thing with the Sudanese. They come into the Middle East. A lot of the people from Ghana, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. They'll tell you horror stories. I guarantee you, I've heard them personally on my own behalf. I was with a Muslim woman for 7 years. You know what I mean? I know this very well. I won't even have motherfuckers give me motherfucking recognition for that. I was with the blackest of raised Muslim women. Like it's like niggas so much in the matrix, my nigga. Like that's all they can adapt to. They can only adapt to the fake shit. They can only adapt to the false shit. Nowhere in history where it stands should a motherfucker that's sitting in his bedroom making up porgy pies, taunting people, talking about how he's gonna fight this person, fight that person. Oops, I broke my ankle. Should get more traction than a motherfucker that went right in front of Trump Tower and spoke up for a black woman and acknowledged the black man that beat the shit out this motherfucking Middle Eastern motherfucker and made him sit there like the bitch he was until the police came. Anybody living in New York City, tri-state, y'all know the story I'm talking about. It happened this past week. And come in this motherfucker and tell me I'm lying. I did that. This past week, went right in front of Trump Tower and did that. A motherfucker wouldn't even donate $5 for a coffee. That's what I always say. Motherfucker when they donate to AT2 and sucker ass motherfuckers like, oh my God, and all these people are after me and I'm a victim and I'm a victim. I'm like, yo, I'm starting to think like black Americans are stupid or some shit. Like, are y'all niggas stupid or what? Like, let's have a conversation. I'm just asking a question. Are y'all have y'all become that stupid and that empathetic and that punk weird ass shit? Because how in the fuck is it? I'm asking anybody else because I have white subscribers too, which I'm finding out. Welcome here. You are welcome here. Please add into the conversation. Don't be aroused by any of these people. Listen, my main demographic, if you are other than African American and you are here to join me, because I'm learning that I've got viewers from everywhere. I want to address you guys too. The conversations I have here are try to enlighten these folks or whatever, but many of them don't want to be enlightened. Many of them keep falling more and more and more and more into darkness where they're just becoming basically predators amongst each other. You understand? So if you're from a other widespread base or whatever the case may be, or you're from a different demographic ethnically or religious wise or whatever the case may be, please understand what I'm saying is to try to help them, not to embarrass them, not to necessarily front on them or whatever the case may be or however you would say it, but to try to enlighten them so they can save themselves before they become destroyed. They don't understand this because they are so busy and they are so scared. Now, I want to emphasize that word scared. These people will never go in. They have this unilateral linear, and this is to all my subscribers that are not African American. They have like this linear bastion of thoughts and ideas or whatever based on what they've witnessed in their lifetime. And basically what they do is they unilaterally think on one path, like one path. And so if you deviate from the path that they linearly think on, it's really some psychological shit. If you deviate from the path that they lean on or what they accept or whatever the case may be, they will then at that point attack you. They will then at that point stop supporting you. They will then at that point stop doing everything they were doing for you previously when you were being nasty and belligerent, cursing out people, whatever. This is the way this group has operated for a very, very, very long time. And within other cultures, you have your differentiates too. Trust me, I know. But I'm talking about particularly African American culture and Latin culture. They very much act this way. You understand what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. If you Latina, you know, and if you're not, be a Latina and you got a boyfriend. This is your boyfriend. And y'all at his family or your family's house and your mama end up making him a plate. Tell me how that worked. But you better leave after then. Because you're Latino, you know what I'm talking about. You better leave after that. Because for the rest of the night, everybody going to make fun of you. Yo, what the fuck? You couldn't make him a plate? See, that don't exist in African-American culture. In African-American culture, it would be, get it yourself. I'm an independent woman. You see what I'm saying? There's very big differences. So that's why I emphasize the fact that, and I'm sitting here to all my non-African-American listeners, it's not that I hate them or I dislike them or anything like that. I just plain tired of seeing who they support. And they support negative shit is like a goof. Like there's no reason you clearly hear a man that's 30, almost 34, 35 years old sit online and talk about how he's the godfather of YouTube with 40,000 views, yet and still this nigga lives in his uncle's house and is pretty much sitting there, in my opinion, like a predator waiting for that man to pass away. Or I think that man got an illness or something. That's what I think. And this nigga just ain't telling us. You know what I'm saying? This same man that we're talking about, this 30, 34, 35 years old, had an aunt that was staying there with him. His aunt had terrible things to say about it. Listen, homie, when your family, I don't give a fuck what you trying to explain. When a family member say, I hope that fat motherfucker die, nigga, that mean you did some dirty shit. And so what they do is for all the crowd to hear this non-African American, what these African American bloggers do is something that's very different from what a lot of and a lot of Latino bloggers do, but mostly African American bloggers. What they do is something very different from what most others do. They proposition their whole day about attacking their own people. They don't attack anybody else. And what they'll do is if they don't like you, they'll start a rumor about you, or they'll take the suggestion of someone that they know is a like a fucking piece of shit, and they'll apply it to you. I give you a perfect example. This same man that I'm talking about, AT2, in the same breath, this nigga first said I'll sleep in a tent. So I do a whole video through the crib. You understand what I'm saying? Front of the crib, back of the crib, or whatever. I got niggas coming in commenting, yo, you got a nice place. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I know. I don't, and this is less than what I had. You understand what I'm saying? Please believe that. You know what I mean? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I had a balcony. I had I've lived in some nice fly shit. Trust me when I tell you. People that know me, they know. I've always kept, and I've had numerous cribs. You know what I'm saying? This nigga I stayed in one crib for 13 years. Nigga, I had a mortgage for 10. What the fuck you talking about? But this same nigga, he came into the chat last night, and now it's I pay $38 a month for rent. Which one is it, nigga? Am I homeless or do I pay $38 a month for rent? Which is neither. But it's just like, it's funny to me. You understand what I'm saying? And like, these are the niggas that would jump online, and this is what the black crowd attends to. There's a chick right now that's joined another woman that used to be associate of one Jaguar Wright. And this woman act like she is an expert on everything that has to do with Jaguar Wright and myself. Like, these people now, since they never had anything going on in their life, the majority of them, they now pretend, and I do extend that. They pretend that they are somebody or alive. And they pretend to their crowds, and their crowds believe them for some weird ass reason or another. And their crowds be like, yeah, go ahead, so and so, we believe in you, and blah, 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 because they're the underdog. YouTube is a spot, and most of social media is a spot for the underdog now. You're underdog ass nigga, like you can look at this nigga, like you can look at AT2 and tell this nigga's a sucker. You understand what I'm saying? You proved that you were a sucker because you went, that's some old school sucker shit. Oh shit, I hurt my ankle. I can't fight tonight now. If he do fight me, he gonna look like a punk. I told you this professionally ugly motherfucker been doing this shit for years. Y'all don't understand what I'm talking about. That's why I said like the levels are different. The levels of consciousness are different between me and the masses. And that's the disconnection. And what I'm finding out is only people from it seems like other spectrums, other cultures get what I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? Like people from other cultures, they understand, yo, this nigga is really trying to help y'all. Y'all don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, they won't ever get it until it's too late. You understand? That's just, it's always been like that with me. You know what I mean? I don't hate African Americans. No, I don't. But I see the direction, and it's not wrong for me to sit there and acknowledge what I see, what the fuck is going on. And these people spend entirely too much time trying to destroy each other when they've got bigger problems going on in array in their fucking life. Shouldn't be no reason whatsoever. And I had a white man tell me that. That was a funny thing. When I'm white but Italian, you know what I mean? Because I stay in touch with my Italian friends all the time, especially now. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But I had an Italian man tell me, he said, yo, they wouldn't donate to you. You went to fucking Trump Tower. I said, yeah, nigga. He said, yo, bro, they just hating on you, bro. That's exactly how Sal said it to me. Am I lying, Sal? That's exactly how the fuck you said it to me if you listening. You said, nah, bro, them people they don't like you. I had a white man tell me that. He said, that's why they don't do. He said, that's why they're not going to do. There's no other reason. He said, yo, I've never seen nothing like that. He was like, yo, he was trying to give me suggestions. He was like, yo, listen, man, I'm going to give you some of my crowd because those people seem real hateful. And when he said that, I said, yo, that makes sense what you just said. Hateful. Hateful liars. I got niggas literally grabbing conversations of mine and putting them on their channel and acting like they're the fucking originators of those conversations. I've literally got punk motherfuckers sitting up here that done all kinds of nasty shit with Jaguar Wright and other vloggers sitting up here trying to pretend like they fucking innocent now. They've been done wrong. How you getting done wrong? You ain't see it coming? I've literally got vloggers that I really literally and I swear to God to this, I've literally told them, hey, listen, this is what's coming from dealing with that situation. They see the situation coming and they still, you know what I mean? Don't like it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. And so that's what goes on in the hindsight of African American culture as far as it comes to vlogging. These people do not like each other. These people are only set on motherfucker. What's the name? Like this nigga AT2 is sitting around talking to me like he know me, and I've told this nigga for real, yo son, for real, your chest can get touched, my nigga, and he know that. So that's why he is consist on going online, acting like a cornball. Like if a nigga say he was gonna do me dirty, I would be like, yo, it might be a possibility. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga tell me, yo, I know where you live at, plus I know where you at right now in your hotel room, you understand what I'm saying? It might be a possibility. That's why you didn't book shit until you, like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't confirmed shit until you got there, right, Playboy? Try to mix shit up? I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. You got it. You got it. He's a sweetheart. He's your sweetheart. You bitch. Like, I don't like niggas like this, man, for real. I don't like niggas like this, man, for real. 5 years ago, man, you would have been in the Hudson, my nigga. Overnight, you would have been in the Hudson, for real. Damn shame we're having an AT2. Damn shame. But I'm a reformed man and I'm a Christian man. You understand? But I just want you guys to understand that a lot of these vloggers, especially the African American ones and the Latino ones, are no more than niggas selling you bullshit, trying to get your empathy, trying to get your crybaby. You know what I mean? Like these people are fucking horrible. They don't have any messages. This is a whole Black History Month. Do you know not one of these motherfuckers said anything about Black History Month? I want y'all to put that on the record. Go tell me your favorite vlogger had a cat. And don't do it right now, like the last 3-4 days of Black History Month. No, I'm talking about for the whole fucking month. Now go back and look at my resume last year. You'll see what I did. I went to Seneca Village. I went to, which was a place where Black and African Americans and Irish and Indian people were buying plots before the Civil War even started. I went there on location. And later got taken over by eminent domain and was made into Central Park West. I went to the museum for natural history and modern art, one of the biggest museums in the world, not in the United States, in the world, in the world, and did a whole thing there about the African American display and the other one. Went to Wall Street. Went to talked about how the African Americans that had actually built a wall on the street. They went up to a Presbyterian church to keep out the Indians and the niggas. You see, these are all the places I went to on foot. That's what I'm talking about. Like, I ain't go there. Where else did I go to? I went to where Malcolm X was killed at the Alderman Ballroom in Harlem. All these places I went to, and of all these places I went to, and during Black History Month last year, hear this, for anybody that's not African American or half African American or whatever, involved in that fake ass FBA shit. Because let me tell you, that FBA shit is no more than another political ploy, just like that Black Lives Matter shit was. Yeah, it looked great on paper. It looked good symbolically as saying that shit. But what they're doing and what their intentions are the same things as Black Lives Matter. I swear to God to you. You're going to find that out later. You're going to find that out later. Because all they do is make a whole bunch of posts and shit like that. Ask some motherfuckers who didn't actually helped out. There was a conversation had today about the same thing. I was in front of Trump Tower trying to advocate for my so-called people on here. These are not my... Listen, don't go by that mantra. If you anybody that's out here, please trust me and listen to me when I say this. I forgot what the movie is called, but I heard her say it with my own lips, and you can Google this and the quote will come up. Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, told us, she said, don't put all your faith in the people or whatever, because when you need them, they're not going to be there for you. This is Afeni Shakur, former Black Panther, that said this. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to ignore what she said? Go look it up right now for yourself. If you don't believe me, go look it up for yourself right now. Phoenix Shakur, Tupac's mother, God bless her heart. That was one of the quotes she said to her own motherfucking son. She said, don't put your faith in the people because they're not going to be there when you need them. This is what a Phoenix Shakur said to Tupac Shakur. I heard that shit a year ago and it stuck with me. I said, think about it. Yeah, it's kind of true. I know I'm an army. I got an army behind me. But as far as this YouTube shit's concerned, I'm by myself. Ain't nobody gonna come support me. Ain't nobody gonna come donate to me like they gonna do to these suck ass niggas because that's what they prefer. It African American culture and Latin culture, because they're not taken seriously, a lot of them in the realms of where they want to be taken serious, they adapted a personality of just being jokesters. If you may have noticed, if you listen to a lot of their podcasts, it's always conditioned in a way that it's ha ha he kiki ha ha he kiki. Entonces sabe la gente latino no siempre no cana negros. Always. Hee ka ka, LOL. When you get one of the women and they respond back to you, what's the first thing they do? They leave laughing emojis and ha ha, kiki, hee. And they leave some type of jargon that reverts back to us being in fucking like ninth grade or some shit. I'm like, bitch, you ain't never grow up, huh? It's how they carry themselves. I ain't joking on them, I ain't bombing on them. Or what I'm saying is, these are the conditions that allow motherfuckers like AT2 and a whole bunch of these sucker ass bloggers to exist. There's no way you listening to this kid and you a right sound of mind and don't understand that this nigga is a motherfucking sucker, nigga. You went from you wanted all the smoke to all of a sudden you cracked your leg, you hurt your ankle, huh? What we talking about? Anyway, y'all can continue believing these motherfuckers. You can continue supporting niggas that's sitting in bedroom. Do all alone. But what I ask to all my subscribers that are not African American, particularly only a different pasado of Latino American, please donate to my Cash App and support me. African Americans do not want to support me because they are not honest people really anymore with themselves. They like debauchery, they like drama, they like trauma, and they're just not very nice people. You can present anything that you want to them. Hell, I could be next door, I could be in the same room as Donald Trump himself. They will not support you. Because the pure simple fact, their whole gas is, you can be good, but I don't want you to be better than me. Where somebody took my words the other day and adapted that to their own fucking podcast, being one AT2. You understand? They will steal from your podcast and steal your words and not even acknowledge the fact that you said them. You know, I've used a couple people's words, and I always say at the end of it, in the words of so-and-so. You understand what I'm saying? I used something that Corey Holcomb said the other day. So YouTube and this ecosphere and social media in general, if you are 100% what they would call traditionally a real nigga, this is not the place for you. This is the place for fake personalities. This is the place for wannabes. This is the place for people that normally in life, nobody would ever pay attention to them. And this is how certain YouTubers are taking advantage of these crowds and able to adapt these crowds into their own audiences. And therefore, they're able to swindle these audiences because of pure simple fact, these subscribers who have nothing to believe in this motherfucker. A liar. It's like going to, I know a Brand Nubian, speaking of Brand Nubian, he said something about, he has a home, drives a caddy to town. Now the earth, how he said, he has a home, has a caddy, drives a caddy to town, has a whole earth believing that he's coming from the ground. Now the rest of the week, now I'm eating out of soup can because he donated to the church. You understand what I'm saying? This is an old adage and it goes back before then. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like, they used to do this with the Baptist preachers and all that shit. You get what I'm saying? Oh, Lord, he made a miracle happen. That's right. Preach it, preacher. Preach it, preacher. You know? And that's the same approach they take here on YouTube. This is the new podium for the preachers. But these preachers are corrupt preachers. These preachers are, listen, AT2 couldn't run the same game in the hood that he running on YouTube. The same game, and he know that. I could tell him that to his face. The same game you running on YouTube that don't feel sorry for me, that. If he was around a group of real men outside off of YouTube and he came with that same shit, niggas would have been and beat him up. He ain't never been in no real shit. And wherever he live in Oakland, you're right. Where you live outside of Oakland is soft. I know Modesto and all that shit. My sister live in Modesto. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. That desert land out there. When you start getting to a certain part of Oakland, Modesto Bay, that shit turn to the desert. You know what I'm saying? Coyotes and shit out there. Fucking trails, there's hiking and shit like that, and water. That's the only thing that's out there. You understand what I'm saying? Marinas out there by Modesto. You know what I'm saying? You go down there, that's a good little trip, thrill, whatever, whatever. But they like 2 hours and 15, 20 minutes from fucking LA. You know what I'm saying? As I said, the nigga don't put in no real work. You know what I'm saying? He fucked up his leg. You know what I'm saying? Like, he say he fucked up his leg. I don't believe it. I believe he did that to duck the fade with the knot. You know what I'm saying? Try to make his trip as comfortable as he possibly could by faking. That's somebody with a mental problem. If you concocted all that shit up just so you could duck the smoke and you still talking shit to deny, because now you know you in an area where your goofy ass motherfucking subscribers, they believe everything you say. You know what I'm saying? Because they motherfucking weary motherfuckers them damn self. Got a whole bunch of depressed, weary, loser, dweeb motherfuckers talking to each other. Ain't a motherfucker over at AT2's channel that is a bitch that's worth of importance that I've seen in that chat room. All them bitches is old baddies or bitches, don't nobody, the unfuckables. Y'all know what I mean by the unfuck. I work here and here and here and here. They don't ever, they just assume. You know how many times in a day, this is me working at a music company for 17 fucking years and being a college graduate. You know how many times in a day I will get a bitch that work at a fucking convenience store have the notion in her mind that she's better than me because she's a female and she works there? Isn't that shit crazy? This bitch will not know any of my background. This bitch will not know that I work for a record company. Hell, I don't even have to do it. I remember one time I did one thing just because the bitch was so loud. She was complaining to somebody trying to, because I splashed off on her. I called all kinds of names. Say, you dirty, dusty ass bitch. Like, niggas be scared to do that shit. Like, oh my God, you can't talk to the queens, man. These bitches ain't queens. These bitches is whores, sluts, and fucking, y'all niggas being fooled. I know queens. I know real queens. I know bitches that get down for this. I know bitches that take care of their kids and bust their ass and all that shit. Them bitches is queens. I don't even mean reference them. Like, them women is queens. These bitches is sluts and fucking loudmouth jabberjaws that just need to be fucking duffed one time and then they'll wake the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Because that's shit I'm on for 2024, 25. I knock a bitch out, for real. Like, seriously. Because bitches is too passive aggressive, and there's a lot of other men that are doing this. White, black, and Latin alike. There's dozens of videos, so don't sit there and try to center on me for saying that shit. I'm dead serious. I'll knock a bitch out nowadays. I've had bitches literally jump up in my face and act like, yo, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And bitch, I'm about to knock you out. I tried to tell a bitch that at McDonald's, and finally she got the message and was like, oh, okay, he ain't fucking around. And y'all all know what I'm talking about. And so that's why a lot of those type of women, they tend to center themselves on men in the LBGT community because they look at them as soft. They're not a threat. That's the real premise behind the whole shit. They center themselves on them men over there in the LBGT community, and they center themselves on them men as far as getting interviews, as far as promoting their bullshit or whatever, whatever, whatever. And they'll do the bullshit with them. Oh, hey, girl, and all that shit or whatever, whatever, right? But at the same time, them bitches is being just as deceitful as they would with a masculine man. Whatever, man. Like I said, to all my I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to talk nigga giggerish. I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to convey to y'all niggas, you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna continue to do what I do, continue to do the vlogs that I do. But one thing I know for a fact, this nigga AT2 pussy. Nigga, you duck the fade. You understand what I'm saying? There's no more respect for you. Nigga, don't even mention my fucking name, period. Nigga, I don't need you for no promo, nigga. I do fine over here by myself. We had 8.4 million motherfucking views for the month. You understand what I'm saying? Excuse me, for the year. Excuse me, for the lifetime of my channel. Excuse me. For the lifetime of my channel, we're at 8.4 million views. You understand what I'm saying? I got a video with just me and it's got over 220,000 views, and I'm just talking about myself. Do it look like I need an AT2 to promote me, nigga? I don't need you to promote me, but I am gonna call you out on your bullshit. It's just a bitch ass nigga. You come out of your mouth about me. You didn't know me and nothing like that. Then you turn around and later broadcast and say, "Oh, well, you could have connected with me. You could have reached out to me." And blah blah blah. He was saying this about nigga. You could have done that. You understand what I'm saying? So y'all keep on running over there. Y'all support that nigga. You know what I mean? That's what black women do. Y'all support the weak man. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's why I try to tell you, black American women, they responsible for a majority of the problems that you have in the hood. The defund police shit that came from black women. The motherfucking vote for Biden shit that came from black women. The motherfucking let's adapt a motherfucking new structure and and put Black Lives Matter forward that happened from black women. It was a black woman in Black Lives Matter that was duping all these corporations and every fucking body else buying private homes. Yet alone, niggas want to sit around and they don't say nothing to these bitches. These bitches prey on weak men. If you a weak man, they gonna support you. They gonna donate to you. They gonna be your infrastructure and everything else. And I'm sorry, I just can't be a weak man. You understand what I'm saying? The only other man, other side of that is the LBGT men who they adapt to and they support financial whatever. Listen, I'm not part of the LBGT community. You know what I'm saying? I don't diss them. My cousin, she's a part of it. She damn near got a wife. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. But at the same time, I'm not gonna bend my masculinity to fit a certain criteria or a small demographic of women that even if I said exactly what they wanted to say, they don't respect me. You understand what I'm saying? In fact, I don't need your respect. I really don't. It's the last bit of respect in this world I would be looking for, to be quite honest with you. But what I don't like is the fact that you will run over and you'll support a suck ass nigga who's clearly lying to you, who is clearly using your empathy, who's clearly a flip flopper. I watched this nigga in 6 months. He flip flopped between JAGUARWRIGHT and himself like 9 times. He had the audacity to go on there where this bitch basically blew up his channel. Now he trying to act like he bigger than her. It's all a pretend act with him. He actually trying to act like I'm bigger than JAGUARWRIGHT too. Like somebody need to smack this nigga into reality. That's why I said this nigga get. Let me stop. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, y'all continue to support them bloggers like that or whatever. Only thing I would ask is, we definitely gonna be turning up the thing a little bit, the knob. We got something that we want to do on Monday. We're gonna be definitely turning up the knob on shit or whatever. And I'm gonna continue to keep going through and going through YouTube Studio, looking to see who's supporting, who's not, who's here just listening, and taking shit back to their podcast because I got a whole bunch of influential shit to say. Like we definitely gotta get more and more on that. I gained like I think it was 300 plus subscribers this month. So what we gonna do is I'm gonna go through all those 300 subscribers, see who they following. If you follow AT2, you're blocked automatically. I can see everybody. Like if we got people in common that y'all don't know how this shit work, but I can see if we got people in common we follow, or people that like if I see you follow certain people, whatever. I'm like, oh hell no, I definitely ain't fucking with them. Block. I know why you here. You know what I'm saying? And so right now, if the rest of America outside of African Americans, because that seems to be only who it is. African Americans, it's not Latinos, it's not whites, it's not Lithuanians, it's not Japanese, it's not any other ethnicity that follows me. It's just them. They're upset at me because the way they see it in their mind, I am attacking a black queen. This same black queen is sitting around and everybody's talking about she a liar, but I'm the wrong one because I'm the one that called it out. I've never lied on this woman. I've never made up anything on this woman, but many of these female bloggers have, ironically enough. These same female bloggers that the sisterhood sits around in a circle with. So it's safe to say nowadays that YouTube is basically female oriented. You understand what I'm saying? And I would suggest to many of you real men to get the fuck off this platform. Let the bitches have it. They got TikTok too. Let them bitches have it. Let all them cackling chicken wing fucking chicken hand bitches have it. Because they're evil. I listened to a bitch and definitely live in public housing, sit up on another bitch's platform, and this bitch definitely live in public housing with side babies at that, and talk about me like she was somebody. at one time or another. Bitch, you ain't been nobody but a single mom your whole entire existence. Go change some dirty diapers, you whore. Go change some dirty diapers, you whore. Go to the welfare hotel. I've heard bitches mention me and talk about they cool with me and then turn around and have somebody I don't fuck with on the show. I heard bitches say how cool I am and all that shit or whatever, whatever. But be over there donating to the ops but won't donate to me. You know what I'm saying? So I've just put in perspective, Black American women don't like me. You understand what I'm saying? Like not the elk, at least not the elk that's on here on YouTube. And I'm cool with that. I don't give a fuck really. Ain't gonna make me lose no sleep. Oh my God, Black American women don't like me. What will I do? You know what I'm saying? Like, you think I'm losing some sleep over that shit? Call it what you want to. I heard this nigga yesterday. He was trying to shame Chili from TLC. Chili thinks he's there. I told you that's their whole modus operandi. He thinks he's better than us. That's what it always breaks down to. He thinks he's better than us. She thinks she's better than us. We all gotta be the same, and you gotta be in here too with us in the crab in a bucket. You know, nigga, fuck you. How about that? In fact, I'm willing to put everything in emphasis and make sure I find somebody that definitely is the left of anything in that culture. Because if that's an example of how they treat his daddy, I know her daddy, I know my kid doesn't stand a chance in this culture. This culture is all about, listen, if you don't know you're not African American, I'm half African American because I can say this shit. Most of African American culture is destructive as fuck. Like they don't like each other. Most of them they sit around and argue with each other all fucking day long. You could wake up 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's something about beef. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's the way they operate. It's just the way they are. It ain't gonna never change. You understand? Evidently or whatever, whatever. So they all completely destroy each other, kill each other. Same thing goes a lot with American Latino culture. American, and I emphasize that American Latino culture. Not Jíbaro pero la campo culture, but American Latino culture is the exact same. And so, like, at a certain length or another, you gotta just start paying attention to shit. You'll notice they only pay attention, they only support shit that's about drama. They only pay attention and support niggas when you cussing somebody out. When you go do some real shit that they can't be in the realm of doing, instead of supporting it, they'll hate you. I literally went in front of Trump Tower advocating for a black female MTA worker, and now one bitch in the motherfucking, yes, I'm gonna call y'all bitches. Ain't one bitch in the motherfucking chat room say thank you. Ain't one bitch sit up here and say, yo, I appreciate you doing that. Ain't one bitch in the chat room sit up and say, yo, you know what, bro, here go a coffee on me. Ain't one bitch say nothing. No, what these bitches did was they sat up there and they took a view of the tour, but motherfucker didn't motherfucking support the channel. Y'all went over there and supported motherfucking Porkchop. Everybody feel sorry for me. The nuts try to beat me up. I'm not even going to go as far to say African American women are fucking failures. See, a lot of you bitches don't understand. Y'all just the help. You understand what I mean by that? Okay, let me give you an example. I live in Connecticut, very opulent area I live in. That's why I'm laughing at this fat nigga too, because I'm like, nigga, where you live at is not even. Oh, listen, Oakland is the slums now. All right, Oakland, you don't get nice till you get to Modesto, really. But Oakland is the slums now. Anybody that live out in Cali can content to that. Them niggas got fucking everywhere. It's fucking homeless people every fucking way. It's the shits. You know what I'm saying? At one time, it was a cool place, not no more. Well, here where I live at, it's totally different. Like, literally, Diana Ross lived 15, 20 minutes from here, where I live at. I'm dead serious. So what you have is you have a lot of times, you can look that up if you want to. Just look up where Diana Ross lived at. You ain't got to take my word for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why I try to tell you, African Americans, they don't like niggas like me, where you can come in and you could be like, nah, nigga, this is what I really do. This is who I really am, or whatever the case may be. And if you could prove that, instead of like aligning themselves and supporting you, they'll hate you instead. That's how they think. You know what I'm saying? They've been conditioned to think like that. Like, it's just like slave mentality has been passed to them year over year, and it's so deeply embedded you can't escape it. And the few that you do find that are free men, grasp one of them people. Like, make sure you make partnerships with them people, whatever, whatever. Those will be your allies. You know what I'm saying? So if you got 100 motherfuckers that don't like you because they don't understand what you talking about, what you kicking, and they watching in front of their face as the shit you're saying the previous week is coming true. Like, I give you a perfect example. I went up there and I talked to Trump in front of Trump Tower about the migrant crisis too, right? And I said, yo, a lot of these niggas is from gangs. A lot of these niggas you're gonna have to start fighting. Y'all remember all the shit I said, right? The next day, they didn't have that one, but two instances. You know what it involved? They said anywhere between 18 to 23 men, which they had on camera, that were six of them were staying at the migrant shelters, beat a man's a 17-year-old kid so bad he was in the hospital and they stabbed him in his back. Cara la machete, and tú sabes la gente latino. And I was like, yo, word. So that's Venezuelan shit. You understand what I'm saying? Machete, Venezuela, Panama, Ecuador, Mexicano, Dominicano, and I even go as far as to say Peru. Entonces, ¿sabes? Para la gente latino ahí, entonces, ¿sabes? Creo que sí, en la mente ahí, entonces, ¿sabes? Esta es la historia, pero la jíbaros en la campo. Okay? And if you black, you don't understand that what meant for you to understand it. Fuck you. Anyway, long story short, because I'm tired of them niggas. Like, seriously, fuck them niggas. Oh, for real. Them niggas always be preaching that we got to get together shit and all that shit, right? Y'all get tired of that shit, so we got to get together and we're victims and blah, blah, blah. And then when you need one of these niggas, you know, I can't even get the average black podcaster to even share my shit. Let's talk about that. The average African American podcaster will not share my shit. The average African American male or female podcaster will not donate to me, but they will run and donate to a nigga that's talking like this. Yeah, girl, child, Lord have mercy. Ooh, this a mess. And the blah blah blah. That's how they operate. That's how they think. Like they talk like think like I don't know. I don't even know how to say it. Like slaves. Like they still slaves and shit. Like nigga, it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? You could let go. So, nah, I'm not proud of that part of my heritage. I'm not at all. I think they're shitty people. I think they don't do anything but represent and support bullshit. I think they're highly emotional. I think they can't take what somebody says into contents and actually take a moment to reflect on what the person is saying. I don't think they're very content as far as like fucking like uh, 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 um, what's the word I'm looking for here? They're not very content as far as like frugal thinking or centered thinking. Like, okay, the person said this, but what did they really mean? They don't know how to do that. They only know how to do that and condition that and offer that to someone if they're from another culture saying it. You understand what I'm saying? So I really don't pay much attention to African American vloggers too much anymore, whatever, because at this point they just look like fucking frauds. They look like corny. Like there's one nigga that's on here, has been on here for like 14 years, somebody he's opening a school, has collected over 15, $16 million, and still there's no school. And the people, they'll keep on supporting him. They won't ask a question about Umar Johnson. No, you better not say nothing about him. The other week, a bitch ran up on him on stage and said, yo, you just fucked me the other night. Big burly bitch, too. He said, I never met you a day in my life. No, that nigga was lying. Everybody in that room know that nigga was lying. You know what I'm saying? That big bitch wasn't lying. You know what I'm saying? He played it off. This is the people they support. You understand what I'm saying? So they don't think normally. That's what you got to understand if you're not part of this cultural group. They don't think normally, the majority of them. 80% of them, they think in fucking like, I don't know how to explain it. They think in like dreams and they think in delusion. They make up shit a lot. That's one thing I notice about a lot of them. They'll make up shit out of thin air. So a lot of them are liars. So you got to watch out for that. But I have to say honestly and truthfully, this by the behavior I've seen on my own page and the lack of support on my own page or whatever, whatever. This all stems from one thing, and it all started when that point when I said and they're highly racist. Also, be attention to that too. Like for to be a people that sit around all the time and they talk about how people are racist to them, they are some of the most racist motherfuckers you ever meet in your life, especially the women. If you are a white female and you got a white girlfriend, watch out for that bitch. If you're a white female and you got a black girlfriend, watch out for that bitch. Them bitches hate you. Trust me when I tell you this. Because when they're not around you, when they're in your face, they'll be like, hey, Becky, hey, Mary, hey, Jenny, all that shit. And they'll play along like they grew up like you and all that shit. This bitch grew up on the fourth floor of the projects and she just watched 90210 for a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? But the Kardashians, she watched that, and so now she know how to emulate some of the shit you talking about, but she ain't actually lived it. You understand? That's the difference between you and this bitch. So, like, these bitches will act like that when they're around you, and they do it to gain access to your men. They have a lust for white men because they believe, and most brown girls do. Let's go for, because this same thing is happening in Middle Eastern culture. A lot of their women is going and opting to date white men, and the men is opting to date white women. You understand what I'm saying? Same thing is happening for a lot of other different cultures or whatever. They're leaving their brown women. They don't want to deal with them. You understand? But one thing I notice is the women out here who seem to be the ones that believe they're in control and they show bosses or everything like that. If you pay attention to them, the only people they support is people that are talking a certain octave. If you're a masculine man, there's no black woman that's going to come support you. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. Trust me on that. If you're a masculine man and you just say it how it is, and even if they got uncles, cousins, whoever to talk just like you, they're going to go support the sucker nigga because the sucker nigga more fits their narrative. That's the only way you can describe the survival of someone's called fucking AT2 or many of these other fucking vloggers or whatever. There's bitches out here, this motherfucker started their vlog 3 weeks ago getting hundreds of dollars for not talking about nothing. I've been in this shit with the JAGUARWRIGHT shit for 4 fucking years, man. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You don't worry about it. You just keep building. You just keep moving. I'm kind of thinking 50-50 on whether or not tomorrow I should go get this exclusive for y'all. But I think I might just do it for me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't need to worry about, like, this is the thing to anybody else that's here, that don't worry about the African American community supporting you. If they don't support you, you got a righteous cause. This act like they don't even exist. That's the best thing I can tell you. Like, act like they don't even exist, because, and the reason I know that sounds cold, but this is the reason I'm telling you this. They're not going to support you if you have any real authentic cause. You understand what I'm saying? Like, for example, we got a nigga on trial right now called Nature Boy, that's his name. You know what I'm saying? Who's also somehow or another half Latino. I don't know what he is. I think that nigga's half Dominican. Because all, like, that's a regular thing up here. I don't know why niggas don't be thinking that. Like, that's a regular thing. But his name is Elijah. That's a Dominican name. So I think that nigga's either Dominican or Honduran, one of the two. But this nigga was able to sit up there, and he was able to go from country to country to country to country to country. Mind you, these motherfuckers been accused of rape, abuse, all kinds of shit or whatever. He was able to repeatedly garner money out of the African American community. And I'm talking about some spurts, it was $20,000, $30,000 or whatever, because he was a good preacher. He talked in that preacher voice. I keep telling y'all, the segue for that, to get money from the African American community, you talk like an old school black preacher, or you talk like Mammy on the plantation. Guaranteed money. That's why JAGUARWRIGHT, if you ever notice, she always switches up her octave when she talks. She talk like a Southern mammy. That's why she does that, because she knows this too. That's what y'all react to. Y'all react to the Southern mammy. It's not even a woman that had some type of, like, how can I say it? Had some type of intelligence. This was mammies. This was the woman that was put on the plantation to keep y'all in line. So that's what you understand what I'm saying? Like, you have to really peep the mentality of, like, I'm going to say probably 60% of African Americans. I'm not going to say all. It's definitely 60%. I wouldn't say no less than 60% of them. So that will be the last time I ever go in front of Trump Tower and defend any black woman ever in my life. Like, that will never happen again. Like, trust me, I don't give a fuck if they find a bitch in a river with limbs missing. You will never hear me motherfucking defend one of you motherfuckers again. Not that out. You can forget about that. You lost all that with me. Because I'm just looking back at this shit and I'm like, yo, we got this punk motherfucker that's sitting up there and telling all these lies, like AT2 and a couple other vloggers that sit around just lie all day and sit in their bedroom when they're lying. They're not even outside. They're sitting in their bedroom lying. I go up in the front of motherfucking the beast. You understand what I'm saying? The actual beast. That's like me standing in front of Baphomet and like, no, leave them alone. And niggas don't even want to appreciate that. The niggas you trying to defend, fuck them niggas. If you support a nigga like AT2, fuck you. If you support a nigga that talk like that, like Umar Johnson, fuck you. I don't want you as a supporter. And please unsubscribe from this motherfucker. Who I need, let me tell you who I need. I need, this is who I need as subscribers from now on, all right? And please spread this amongst your communities. I need non-black American subscribers. I do not fit your foray. You understand what I'm saying? I am not here to entertain you and tap dance and fucking give you the tea and all that shit every day. I'm a goddamn guy. You understand? So I need anything outside as far as new subscribers are concerned because Black American subscribers are stuck in a certain pendulum. I don't want to be in that pendulum. I respect you guys or whatever, but I think you and I don't match. For numerous reasons. You understand what I'm saying? Most importantly, because most of you motherfuckers are racist as fuck. The FBA, he ain't all the way. Niggas will make jokes about me being Cuban, but at the same time, being half Cuban, but at the same time, take up for motherfucking talk shit about Cuba. You understand what I'm saying? With Cuba, in fact, motherfucking housed and harbored, motherfucking, I don't know how many Black Panthers, and specifically Tupac Shakur's godmother. Fidel Castro and Real Castro went out of their way to hide this woman. You see, this is things y'all don't know. You understand what I'm saying? And still they're ungrateful. They'll talk about you. They'll make fun of you. You know, I had a motherfucker that I caught a clip of him. He said, why are we donating to this fucking half a spick anyway? That's what he said about me. He called me a half a spick. Tell him to tell his own people to donate to him. I said, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But these are the same people that run around talking about, we have Chippewa. We the original people of the country. We was kings and queens. Kill out here, though, man. Fuck them people, bro. Moving into 2024, fuck them niggas. Them niggas is already dead. They just don't realize it. They already dead. You understand what I'm saying? They just don't realize it's like walking corpses, literally. Anytime you get a group of people that will follow a nigga that's supposed to be a man and he get online and every day he got a sob story, an empathy story in order to evoke emotion so that way people will donate to him, and that's a nigga you follow, oh, you're doomed for failure. So it is what it is. So, you know, no shots at the African American community or whatever the case may be. You don't have to donate to me. You don't have to support me. It's all right. But what I really need on this channel for those that are not African American, because those people, they're stuck in a certain, they like giggles and funny. Like don't worry about them. What I need more people that are not African American to join this channel. We're gonna be doing a lot more things here that are a little bit more broad, that don't appeal to those folks, because those folks are cheap for one. All right, and then two, when they're not cheap, they're just donating to bitches. That's all they donate to. It's just bitches donating to other bitches because bitches have said shit that is snappy and sassy or whatever. That is a culture ran by bitches. You understand what I'm saying? I don't want to be like indulged with a culture ran by bitches because as a man, you're not going to win. That's a simple strategy. That has nothing to do with anything. But other than that, you understand what I'm saying? I'm just going by what I see. And this is a culture. That is a culture ran by bitches. There's no denying it's a culture ran by bitches. So anyway, I'm going to get up off of here. I'm going to let y'all go listen to the Crybaby, do some more, and y'all go ahead and donate to him, support his channel, you know. I broke my leg. I can't fight tonight now. And like I said, to anybody that's not African American, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Please make sure you donate here. Please make sure you share this. Yeah, we're getting away from African American subscribers. I just find a thing that's with them that is just despicable with me, and I'm just tired of it. And they're easy to lie to. If you're telling them the truth, they don't want to hear the truth. They only want to hear lies and gossip and tea. And like, who the fuck wants to be involved with people like that? You know what I mean? Like in the long run, like what benefit comes to out of that? You know what I'm saying? Like, especially when you're doing real shit, like, you know, Jonathan Major's case, the Trump trial, Trump Tower, talking up and even defending these motherfuckers. And he's like, no, we ain't even gonna donate $2 for you. We're gonna give our money to JAGUARWRIGHT because she the truth. She trying to take down the music industry. All the niggas in the music industry gonna bow. That whole thing that Jaguar Wright is doing is a fucking misandrous act. These bitches actually hate their own men, which I'm gonna have a whole conversation about that in a little bit. But you know, these like a lot of these bitches, they hate their own men. They don't like the guys. Trust me. A lot of them are lesbians. A lot of them are bisexual. A lot of them, like we're gonna talk about that too, because I honestly and truthfully believe the reason a lot of these bitches run around as soon as they get mad, like Jaguar Wright. You ever notice every time she get mad, everybody's gay now? Her ex-husband's gay. Your ex-husband's gay. You mean the nigga you had a kid by, the nigga you kept continuing fucking, you know what I'm saying, for a couple of years or whatever. He's gay now too. That's always a go-to. But in reality, if you look at the demographics will tell you, I'm talking about actual demographics. The actual demographics will point you to something totally different. That a high majority of black American females identify as bisexual. A high majority of black females identify as LGBTQ, more so than the men. Now, I challenge you to go look up those demographics right now and report back to me and tell me if I'm wrong. No, bitch, you gay. That's the reality of the shit. Bitch, you gay. And I know why you gay. Because the pure simple fact, and here's an added bonus motherfucking point. Most of these bitches that sit around and get into these lesbian relationships ask the DOJ and ask the Department of, the CDC, who's the motherfucking women that get abused the most? Well, in fact, it's these women in these lesbian relationships. These bitches be beating the shit out of each other. Be beating the fuck out of each other. Bitches living around with motherfucking broken arms. The number one is broken limbs for some reason or another. But these will be the same bitches that'll hop online and exclusively them. You won't hear white women doing this. You won't hear Latin women doing this. You won't hear anybody else doing this. These bitches will hop on, and if you do, it's in the mutters of mentions. These bitches will hop online as soon as a man do something they don't like, they would call him gay. But as soon as a bitch like the brat turn around and have a whole biracial baby, this bitch chose to get a white man's motherfucking semen. She didn't even want a nigga semen. She wanted a white man's semen. And these two bitches had a baby together, and motherfuckers threw that up and celebrated it. These people are confused, and there's nothing you're gonna do to help them. So fuck them. Say the 40% of them that are actually intelligent and actually got something to offer, and the other 60% of them, let them motherfuckers die. Let them die. And I know right now, as I said that, there's a motherfucker that's saying, wow, yeah, nigga, wow. You're worthless. You're worthless. And it's not, I'm just not saying you're worthless because of me. I'm saying you're worthless because of the pure simple fact of what many of you put in contention of your daily diatribes here on YouTube. You motherfuckers hate each other. And instead of acknowledging and saying, hey, you know what? I really don't like these motherfuckers. I really don't like myself. I really don't like most of my culture. What you do, I'll give you a challenge. Go out today as a man that looks like a black American or actual African American and say hello to a random another African American man. And tell me what happened. Be an African American woman and go randomly say hello to 5 different African American women and tell me how many of them speak back to you. Go ahead. I'll wait. I don't have time or more for this, but I'm trying to tell you that little set that they got over there or whatever is nothing but bulk and nothing but gossiping, tearing each other down, and only supporting a mandate. There's a mandate in African American culture to only support niggas that talk bullshit and talk down on other African American. There's a mandate for that. And the mammies of YouTube put that in effect. And the suck ass motherfuckers that's feminine put that into effect. Not the dudes is cool and part of that LGBT community, but the nasty faggots of YouTube put that into commission. You understand? And that's where I stand on it. That's what I say. And like, if you don't like it, fuck you. I don't care. I don't care. Show me something different. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said once again to you, I was standing in front of Trump fucking Tower in front of the police and everybody else or whatever, and I'm sitting there taking up for this African American woman, and a bitch wouldn't even come in when I said, yo, listen, I'm trying to get something to eat. Y'all want to support the channel? Now I'm saying, not that I can't afford it on my own, because I did go get it on my own. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to getting it on my own at that point, because I know these niggas are not gonna support me. That's why most of the time I just, why won't they support me? They don't support me because they have they have so much of a dedication and niggity. That's what I like to call it. They have so much of a dedication and niggity that they can't think for themselves. They need somebody to think for them. Both vast most majority of African Americans, they need somebody to think for them. They can't think on their own. So instead of making critical decisions or whatever, based on what the imagery that they're getting put in front of them, they need somebody else to elaborate for them and dedicate themselves to electing themselves to talk. And so what you'll get is you'll get these individuals that hop on YouTube and they'll be like, yo, I'm the pendulum for the people now. You understand what I'm saying? And so when they're sitting there, they're talking or whatever, these people, these same people that elected this to be their spokesman, they'll believe everything they say, just like a cult. It's like the Branch Davidians, just like Heaven's Gate, just like what's that nigga's name? The Nature Boy nigga and his little cult, Carbonation. All of them, they live off the same tenets. You understand what I'm saying? So the same tenets that you see indoctrinated into these cults and secular religious groups and shit like that is the same indoctrination that takes place here on YouTube, believe it or not. You understand what I'm saying? Like the donations and the cash apps, that's the pass around the plate. You don't get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And it's like when you look at that and you put how they do things, which the majority of these motherfuckers, just like Mayor Adams said one time, the majority of these niggas is doing their lives from the kitchen or their bedroom. You understand what I'm saying? And they're garnering thousands of dollars. Some of these niggas is online copying other niggas' styles, copying other niggas' words, like the bitch niggas that they are, and then sitting up there trying to sell the shit like they 100. You not 100 niggas. African Americans are only people that will allow you to support the nemesis. And then when you refrain from your support from the nemesis, they will now come and support you. The only motherfuckers I've ever seen do that. They will rally against you when you're supporting the notorious motherfucker. And then when you refrain from your support or advocacy of the notorious motherfucker, they will now band around you and start whole campaigns in order to get you paid. And people will say, well, you're jealous. No, I don't want to be around no motherfuckers like that. The fuck with them. I'm I have no like interest in being around anybody that's like that. I don't want my kids around people like that. I don't want my the greater part of my genealogy around. I don't want my family around that. I don't want them indulged with these motherfuckers. These people are horrible. You understand what I'm saying? And like it take a nigga like me to say it because they don't realize you have become horrible people. I'm not saying you've always been horrible. No, I'm saying you have become a horrible people. And for me to sit back and pretend like this shit that y'all have going on doesn't happen and we don't see it, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit around and pretend like bitches ain't out here putting out niggas' addresses. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like bitches is out here and the only person they want to take down seems to have a black face and a male gender attached to them in the music industry. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like the bitches sit up here and don't fight 24 hours a fucking day and take cash apps and donations for their fighting and beefing or whatever. At the same time, always trying to degrade and talk down about their own fucking men and their culture that look like their uncle, their dad, and every fucking body else. I'm not going to pretend. If you want to pretend and you want to use all that fake FBA shit and all that shit that y'all run up under, nigga, do that shit on your page. But you're not going to do that shit on this page. And if I got to take a hit from that, then that's what it is. I don't need your support. You're not supporting anyway. The problem that I get is motherfuckers that come in here and they got 1,000,001 comments or whatever the case may be, but can't even hit the cash at one time. Not because they can't afford it, because they feel like I can't let you get up because the nigga that's lying, he's more interesting. So I just say to all my white subscribers, new ones or old ones, to all my other ethnicity of subscribers or whatever, make sure y'all hit up the Cash App. Make sure y'all support this channel, whatever, and make these African Americans look like fools. That's what I want to do. I want to elevate so far away from them and their vibe and their negative vibe at that, because everything that they put up is negative. 60% of them is negative as fuck. It's just always negative. It's always some drama. And I don't want that crowd. I don't want to be dependent on that crowd to support me. I need real people to support me. And these people, I'm glad you logged off. If you don't like what I said, oh well, because it's the truth. It's the truth. Every last one of them motherfuckers that's logged off, it's the truth. And they'll give you this nigga jargon fucking excuse or whatever later on. No, nothing I said is incorrect. The only thing you do is attack each other. The only thing you do is pretend like you're better or whatever, whatever, and you niggas have never done anything, half of you. Only thing you do is sit in your bedroom and do your lives. That's why I don't even have respect for my audience right now. I'm not, you notice you on black screen, right? I'm not getting on camera. What the fuck I'm setting up everything else for? For what? For what? For what? Huh? See, I can go donate to female such and such. This is a female-oriented app now, fellas. Please believe that. This is a female-oriented app now. And just like they gave away TikTok to all them ghetto loudmouth bitches that talk, ooh, child, bitches that talk like slaves and shit, the same thing they did with YouTube. They gave this shit to bitches that talk like slaves. So even black women that are articulate with the college or whatever, they're not even going to have a voice here. They're going to be overpowered by the mammies, stepping fat chins, and tap dancers that now occupy the space. So if you want to ask me why the fuck I want to get the fuck rid of brown y'all niggas, it's because the pure simple fact y'all niggas ain't shit. The only thing y'all do is support bullshit. Who the fuck want to be partnered up with niggas like that? Like, I don't want to be partnered up with niggas like that. For what? For what? For what? Why should I? Before I go, tell me why I should keep myself attached to somebody that doesn't donate to you, doesn't support you, doesn't say anything positive to you, doesn't do anything, but then you'll watch them support niggas that literally lie. Last night, this nigga was ready to fight AT2. Now, all of a sudden, when he get back from where he went to, his leg is broke. And the whole audience will sit there and listen to that bullshit and ingest it. And not only that, they will donate to this nigga based off that. Nightly on this nigga's podcast, the only thing he does is treating like he's a victim. I'm a victim. I'm a victim. I don't need no nigga bitches like that on my motherfucking team. You can keep all them nigga bitches. I don't need them nigga bitches, okay? Then you got another set of nigga bitches that be over here and they be in the form of, oh my God, what's going on? There's some drama going on, da 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 da. I don't need them nigga bitches. You understand what I'm saying? This is why I don't do fucking interviews. You know what I'm saying? Especially with bitches. You understand what I'm saying? I would never jump on a bitch's podcast. Ever. Ever. I'm letting y'all know from the get-go, especially a African-American woman's podcast. I do not want to speak on your podcast at all. Because I know how you nefarious, nasty bitches do. Ooh, they some nasty bitches. Nobody want to talk about it. Black women are some nasty, mean bitches. Trust me when I tell you that. And that's why I tell you, white women, be careful when you're around these bitches, because a lot of these bitches, they hate you. They want to be you, but they hate you. They want your man or want your daddy or want your brother, but they hate you. Trust me when I tell you, I've sat around these bitches and listened to these bitches talk. And the same thing goes with Latina bitches too. They're quick, oh, that white bitch, da da da. But you trying to be that white bitch. Same thing for a lot of black girls. If you listen to them, they don't talk like a traditional black girl. They try to emulate themselves to talk like a white girl. You hate the bitch you trying to be. Bitches is out here getting blonde weaves. In the droves. Bitches is out here getting nose jobs. So where am I making up shit? So since I'm able to assess all that I see in the current state of what it is, I'm wrong for pointing it out. No, these bitches ain't shit. I will even go as far as to say 65% of African American women are responsible for half the turmoil that you have in African American communities. Whether it be the opulence of fucking all these side babies everywhere, for some reason or another, half of these bitches have not realized that birth control is available and is your friend. For some reason or another, these bitches thought it was the best idea to motherfucking defund the police, not knowing in the back of their mind what most men knew, that, well, bitches, we defund the police. That means the police in this neighborhood neighborhood too. That means this shit's gonna get worse. Now we have motherfucking criminals that'll fucking shoot somebody and they'll get bail under a black motherfucking prosecutor, which is Alvin, whatever the fuck his name is. The same nigga that went out of his way to motherfucking prosecute Jonathan Majors. But bitch, nigga, you let fucking some niggas go that beat up police officers in New York City. But he had the harshest of harshes when it came to motherfucking Jonathan Majors and trying to take down Jonathan Majors' motherfucking career, Alvin Braggs. Fuck Alvin Braggs. But you let them niggas go? This is a black prosecutor. Same thing with Fannie Willis. This bitch was out there, motherfucking, what's her name, fucking a nigga. Appointed the nigga that she was fucking to take over the Trump case because she ain't have enough heart. Then the whole time she running this sassy mammy motherfucking deal. You sassy mammies have gotten to a couple positions. I got a prediction. Within the next 2 to 3 years, you're going to see all these bitches slowly tumble down because they failures. Because they don't have the people at their best ass. Who they have is they use that shit, and it's just like this bitch in Dalton, motherfucking Illinois. I forgot what that whore's name is. That bitch out there getting hairdos, got a detailed team of 5 or 6 police officers. The town ain't got nothing but like 13 police officers. She keeping 5 or 6 on her personal detail. This bitch making up signs, putting motherfucking a name and shit, whatever. Just misusing all kinds of fucking funds and shit like that. To date, they have realized that she has misused $3 million. This is a black woman. Realized she has misused almost $3 million fucking plus dollars or whatever the case may be. And this is the fucking mayor. Buying clothes, all kinds of shit or whatever. So don't tell me I can't call these bitch ass niggas out. Who else you want me to call out? How about, who was that bitch that looked like a pure D fucking stud? What was her name? She was the motherfucking governor or mayor of Chicago for a minute. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The little bitch that looked like motherfucking, she just looked terrible. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That bitch, she was brought up on some bullshit or whatever. So what you're going to start to see is more of these women, they talk real loud, but when it come to action, they only do shit that's narcissistic to themselves. The only person I've seen that's gotten out of this is the woman they appointed to because she's in a different realm, so she knew that coming in. Plus, she comes from a police background with her family. I think her brother's a police officer. But the majority of these black women that are online or whatever, they only support narcissism. They only support other women. Majority of them are misandrous. They do not like masculine men. Please remember that. Black American women do not like masculine men. They like feminine men. Because most of them are single mothers and they are used to motherfucking boys adhering to whatever the fuck they have to say. And to them 8, 9 motherfuckers that got up out of here, I'm talking about you, bitch. I'm talking about you. Yes, I was. I was talking about you. We're not going to sit here and keep on fucking pretending that what's not going on is what's going on. I walk in New York City right now, and I walk in the majority of the housing projects, and motherfuckers going to be black or Latina, and they're going to be women with fucking kids. And there's no way you could tell me that all these men just don't want to take care of their kids when you have fucking Forbes magazine and the CDC themselves saying that black male fathers are some of the best fathers in the United States. You can go look that up right fucking now. That doesn't coincide with that. What it coincides is, no, mommy wanted to pop her pussy at the club. No, mommy was busting down for 3, 4, 5 dudes and ended up having side babies and still don't know who your daddy is. When we gonna have these real conversations? Y'all wanna have all these little fake ass conversations about shit that don't matter. When we gonna have these real conversations though? Cause you can't have that real conversation. You can't add it up or motherfucker deduce it, and your motherfucking, I guess your formula for avoiding it is logging off. I don't give a fuck if you log off, bitch. You don't motherfucking support this channel. I'm not worried about losing a view from a motherfucking African American that don't donate to me. I'm not. I'm not worried about your opinion. I don't give a fuck where you sit at with it. I don't give a fuck if you don't like what I'm saying. The shit that I'm saying is the truth. Y'all motherfuckers think y'all winning and you actually failing right now. Especially in this YouTube department. I don't even like interacting with you niggas because I know it's always going to be something negative. Like they are the kings and queens of negativity. And then they'll try to hide it behind a joke. I'm like, nigga, what's funny? Like, you ever notice that? They always ha ha he he kiki, ha ha he kiki, ha ha he kiki. It's always sarcastic jokes, sarcastic remark. Aha, let's act like we're in 7th grade. Mentally, these niggas are behind niggas, man. For real, bro. Like mentally, a lot of these niggas is behind niggas, bro. In the greater mass of society laughing at you. So I don't know. So if you feel any way you feel about what I said or whatever, I'm only going by what I said. If you think I should feel different, show me different. If not, I don't give a fuck. I really don't. I don't give a fuck about your donations. I don't give a fuck about you. How about that? I don't give a fuck about who you support or any of that shit. But I am will always call out when I see some phony ass shit happening in the game. And if you got a problem with that, you one of the problems in the game. You understand what I'm saying? I watched a nigga come online last night say he wanted to fight a nigga. He wanted all the smoke. Then he stepped out, and then when he came back in, the nigga probably thought about it and said, nah, I really don't want that smoke. So let me pretend like I hurt my leg, being one AT2. You understand what I'm saying, nigga? You pussy. I tell your motherfucking mama you pussy. All right? I tell your mama you pussy, nigga, to her face. You understand? So, like, for me, I just don't understand, like how motherfuckers is over there supporting that shit. The nigga called the bitch that he been supporting for the past 6 months, going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. This time he up the level now. He said, I believe Jaguar Wright does cocaine sometimes. Don't y'all understand these niggas fuck each other over? And you talking about I need to be tight with that. Man, fuck out of here. These niggas support Chuck shit. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna be part of that. When I'm doing real nigga shit and not it's not even a part of being rewarded. It's just like niggas not taking notice of that, except with views. And I'm like, yeah, that shit's corny, man. That shit's corny. That's just corny. That's just corny. So all this advocating for black Americans and all that, I'm done. I'm good, son. I mean, it might be a piece of here, there, whatever, whatever, but definitely the women, you lost my advocacy. Don't ask me for advocate for you for shit. I don't give a fuck. They found 20 of you bitches in a fucking car trunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, my days are done with that shit. Like, because there's no wins out of that. Like, the bitches, for one, they don't appreciate it. I mean, even if you open a door for an African American woman nowadays, she's not even gonna say thank you unless you're a white man. You understand what I'm saying? That's how, and it's not because a white man's better than you. It's because of pure simple fact that's what they adapted to. These bitches are like, they basically went back to being mammy on the plantation. And niggas is sitting around, come on, mammy, marry me, mammy. Mammy don't want to marry you. Mammy wants to marry Todd. So you should be interested in marrying Sarah instead of trying to prove yourself why you're more worthy than Todd. That's what these niggas is at because they've been raised by bitches. Bitches teach you, hey, you got to acquiesce yourself and act. I don't have to do shit, bitch. I can sit on the toilet for the next 20 years and just wipe my ass every time I take a shit. You understand? If that's what I want to do, that's what the fuck I want to do. What the fuck is it to you? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, it's some weird shit going on in the power dynamic where bitches is acting like men and men is acting like bitches because these niggas were raised by these bitches. I ain't hearing it. So anyways, anybody like what I had to say, I just want to say three things. One, you can hit the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80, where we conveniently go in on niggas every fucking day and talk about how they're fucking stupid and they're becoming dumb and asinine. Because if I don't do that shit, what the fuck? Are you gonna just keep hitting the brick wall? So maybe this way will work for you. Maybe this is the only way to get through to you fucking guys. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know. But I'm gonna talk the shit like this. I think a lot of you are fucking idiots. I think you're dumb. I think a lot of the shit that African Americans support is dumb shit. It's fucking fallacies. A lot of it's like fucking made up shit. A lot of it's fucking this idiotic. You know what I'm saying? And it does nothing to the future betterment of your kids, you, or individual as in a unison as a community, which most of the time y'all don't do that. Y'all talk that community shit, but in reality, you're just individualists. That's another one of your faults. So if you don't want to talk about your faults, I don't want to talk about your triumphs. That's my thing from now on. If you don't want to talk about your faults, don't come to me talking about your triumphs. You understand what I'm saying? Because fuck your triumphs. And they're usually mediocre. And I want to tell all the black American women out there, y'all keep supporting all these sucker ass niggas. Because when the right time comes, and that conversation is going to come, trust me, there's going to be somebody that points out, and I do believe it's going to be another woman. It's going to be somebody that points out the same shit that I'm saying right now about African American women and how they are the funnel, monetarily, support-wise, and otherwise, of a lot of bullshit that goes on internet nowadays. There's no reason that bitches are sitting around donating to a bitch that's just talking shit about another bitch. You understand what I'm saying? In droves, because of the pure simple fact, because this bitch talks like an evil fucking narcissist. that means you're an evil fucking narcissist, and that's what you readily identify with, is that type of personality. I don't need no bitches like that support me. Matter of fact, all y'all bitches keep your money. And I don't need you raggedy ass bitch raised ass men either, because the men are worse than the women. The men, they're so conditioned to being bitches because their mama was a fucking slut. Yeah, your mother was a slut. 9 times out of 10, your mother was a slut. I hate to break it to you. Your mom was probably a slut. If your mom got pregnant with you at 12, 13, because that's what we dealing with teen mothers mostly. If your mother had you at like 11, 12, 13, 14 years old, 9 times out of 10, your mother was a slut. All right? I hate to break it to you. I know niggas ain't told you before, but 9 times out of 10, your mother was probably a slut. You understand? So you gotta deal with that. Niggas used to pull up, beep the horn. All right, Kiki, come fuck on. Beep, beep, beep. You know, all right, I'm coming. Your mom's probably a slut. You understand? So if your mom was 12, 13, 14 years old, and now your mom's a grandmother at like 33, 34, 35 years old, 9 times out of 10, that's telling the world that your mother was a slut. And these are the niggas that's a representation of men in culture. Niggas that were birthed from teenage sluts and raised by the auntie or the mom of the teenage slut. Come on, man. I got too much shit to talk about, man. I'm going to get up off of here, though. Listen, we need more fucking traffic. More fucking traffic. So make sure, especially, and I'm saying specifically, if you are anything other than African American, I don't want no African American. Please, if you're African American, don't share my post. I don't want your crowd. I don't want the people that you fuck with. They're broke. They're cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep them niggas. Like, for real. Them niggas don't donate to nobody but motherfucking other bitches. Like, or niggas bashing bitches. Like, I ain't doing all that. But please, if you are African American, please don't share my post. I don't want your crowd. I don't want none of them people over there with you. They're nosy, they're petty, they're cheap as fuck. They don't have anything going on with themselves. And the only thing they want to come in here is ask a million and one fucking questions. So keep them motherfuckers, all right? Please don't. But for anybody that's not African American, please make sure you support this channel. $ STRINGERBELL80. That's again, $ STRINGERBELL80. I'm sorry I had to come to this. I know a lot of y'all showing up here, whatever, whatever. But those people, they don't support me. They don't like me. And I can't say I don't like them too much either. I've been under the scrutiny of these people saying all kinds of racist shit to me. This morning I woke up to racist comments. You understand what I'm saying? Somebody told me this morning, why don't you tell the rest of them spics to donate to you? This is what somebody wrote to me and it got retracted. I'm just like, yo, this is what niggas is writing on. Somebody literally wrote that to me. Won't you get them spics to donate to you? That's why I'm saying what the fuck I'm saying. You understand what I'm saying? And once again, it was a loudmouth bitch. So to that loudmouth bitch that I blocked, and I got the screenshot of it too if y'all need to see it. I'll post it for you if you want me to post it for you. I have no problem. I do it all the time. But it's always some loudmouth ass African American bitch. And I want that bitch to know, bitch, I will beat you the fuck up. And I won't stop until you're fucking unconscious. So for all you tough bitches that come up on my page or whatever, please keep in mind, I don't give a fuck which one of it is. I will beat you the fuck up with the butt of a gun, and I will beat you in your fucking head till you need to learn how to speak again.